I always describe the Women's Center as one of the warmest, friendliest places on campus.
To me, it's a very special place. It's just crowded with activity.
It doesn't feel like a college campus. When you walk in, it feels like someone's home.
The Women's Center, to me, gives voice to issues and people that normally would not have a voice in our community.
They can address their needs privately. They can do that with concern and compassion and trust.
Doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, transgender, LGBTQ, everyone's welcome here.
When you don't know where else to go, we have a place for you here.
If you're a person that needs some food because you can't get by, there's a food pantry. If you're a person that needs to talk to someone confidentially and get support, there's support. If you want to be proactive about planning things because you have that initiative, the opportunity is there for you to pursue that.
Emotional, mental, personal, like there's not a facet of support that the Women's Center doesn't provide to the community.
We've had students who are living out of their cars. We've had students who have been in very difficult decisions with unplanned pregnancies.
They don't know where to go. They don't know who to talk to. They don't feel comfortable talking to their roommate whom they, just met.
I really appreciate being able to send people to the Women's Center and say, whatever you need, if it can't happen there, they're going to get you to where it can happen.
I have at my fingertips, if it's a male or female student, the ability to refer them here for personal needs, for resources.
When I know I'm making a referral, I know that that person's going to be in good hands.
We really don't try to solve people's problems. What we try to do is walk with them and help guide them and know that they don't have to go through what they're going through alone.
And those issues ranged everything from just homesickness and feeling like they lack some connection on campus to the food pantry.
Little things as far as Pampers or milk or food, and you guys always supply that.
In the past, we were very limited in how we can support a victim of a violent crime or somebody that is just in need of a conversation to navigate through the crises and the trauma that they're experiencing. The Women's Center offers that.
The coordinated community response team that's in place at this university is by and far incredibly cutting edge.
In the coordination and development of SERVs or sexual and relationship violence support services, the concept really has been that we need to have a victim-centered place on campus. The level of professionalism that you get out of our SERVs because of the trained staff that can do this is phenomenal.
One thing I like is the fact that they actually take action. Just not like, you can just have a place where people go and discuss different things and that's it. No, I think that's actually following up when it comes to scholarship funding. They try to find things for that. They try to find programs and they present to different organizations across campus.
When I was a graduate student, if I wanted to have a workshop on domestic violence or things like that, like the Women's Center, they came and they did a workshop.
The center works tirelessly to pull in some of the top speakers in the nation and probably throughout the world. For instance, Laverne Cox last semester is a perfect example of that.
I've had an opportunity to attend a few events, and every time I walk away feeling like I've learned something new and also empowered because I have that new knowledge.
I think the purpose of the Women's Center is twofold. There's real and symbolic. They have a real role in regards to the programs, the services, all the things that they provide. But it's also symbolic in that the institution is investing in its commitment to gender equity.
The Women's Center is always promoting a sense of equity on campus, and our female students need to see that, and they need to have that reinforced them on a daily basis.
Just the raw numbers of women in higher education are suggesting we're done. Right? Like you elect a black president and you're done with thinking about issues of race and, oh, well, look, we have plenty of women in higher ed. We don't need to think about issues of gender any longer. And I think that the Women's Center at Kent State is definitely being anticipatory and progressive. We can't use the same sort of language of yesterday, but it doesn't mean that gender inequity no longer exists.
To have an essential service like the Women's Center not exist is just simply not an option.
We had this thinking when I used to be in some sales that no one person was more valuable than another, and you couldn't remove yourself. It was like putting your thumb in a glass of water, taking it out and seeing the hole you left, no hole. I would say that's the difference. There would be a big hole on this campus if we don't realize and recognize the true value of the Women's Center.
There has been tremendous growth over the last 6 years of my being involved with the Women's Center. With the continued support of our community and our university, you know, this group, this organization can continue to thrive, hopefully move into a new home, a larger home that can work with an even larger population.
Other universities are looking at our example, and I think that's where our paradigm needs to shift into being the leader that we're becoming as opposed to who we should compare ourselves against.
Quality characteristic of the Women's Center for me is the thoughtful folks that are here, women and men, mindful of each other, genuinely kind.
I'm so proud of what the Women's Center and staff has accomplished.
One thing I'd like to say is thank you for the work that you do and the passion that we do see.
You have a lot of hope that we're going to be able to make a difference on the campus through the work that's done here.
The Women's Center helps female students succeed.
With the Women's Center, we have become a much more vibrant community, a community that considers difference or considers that there are or there is richness in including more voices.